Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to the start of a new The Battle for Wesnoth campaign. This time around, we're going to be playing the campaign Descent into Darkness. The northern frontier town of Parthyn is annually raided by neighboring tribes of orcs. Malin Keshar, an outcast mage, seeks to defend his home and wreak vengeance on the orcs by any means necessary, even if it means sacrificing his own soul in the process. This is an intermediate level campaign with 10 scenarios. Now, just a reminder before we get started, on the channel I've previously played through the first 5 campaigns that are listed here in order. I did A Tale of Two Brothers, The South Guard, Liberty, Heir to the Throne, and most recently The Hammer of Thursigan. And of course the completion wreath is not present on the first 2 because I completed these in a much older version of Wesnoth, and so it doesn't carry over. But if you're interested in any of those previous series, please check out the playlists on the channel, as again, all the episodes should be there. Now, for Descent into Darkness, we're going to be playing on the hardest difficulty setting, which is Summoner or Challenging difficulty. We're going to have the combat set to default RNG with no modifications. Without any further ado, let's jump in. Malin Keshar was born 10 years after the death of Huldric IV. He grew up in the northern border town of Parthyn, the second child and eldest son of the city's baron. Every summer, by the time the mountainous paths and high passes shed their wintry gowns of snow, orcs descended from the northern hills to ravage the settlements at the frontier. Every year, Malin's father led the townsfolk to repel the raids and force the orcs to retreat back to the north. When Malin was 10, a passing mage sensed strong magical abilities in the boy and suggested he be sent to the Isle of Alduin for training in the magical arts. Malin studied there for 8 years, learning all manner of magic from basic control over the elements, to the mystic arts and scrying, to alchemy and simple medicine. Although his life on Alduin was luxurious and peaceful, Malin found the teachings of the scholarly mages to be too philosophical for his tastes. His thoughts turned back to Parthyn, where more practical magics were necessary to drive off the orcs. Malin began to research these magics on his own, but his lack of patience and general indiscretion eventually led to several confrontations with his teachers and other students. Believing Malin to be too reckless, the mages expelled him from Alduin. When Malin returned to Parthyn, orcs had already begun to attack the city. Although he tried his best to fight them off, the raids were far more relentless, and the town guard was far weaker than he had remembered. One night, a particularly powerful band of orcs overran the city walls, and Malin could only watch as his father was cut down by one of the savage orcish warriors. Shaken by the loss of their commander, the human defense began to falter. The orcs roared in anticipation of victory, but before they could overrun the city, skeleton warriors poured out of the woods to their rear. The undead cut down orc after orc, swords and axes hacking through flesh and bone with ruthless efficiency. The soldiers watched in half amazement, half fear, as the orcs dropped, and the skeletons turned towards them, empty eyes bleeding with fetid magic. All was dreadfully still as the blood and carnage settled in the rank darkness. The silence was broken by the irregular shuffle of a man emerging from the trees. He stood before them, a hunched figure with a rasping voice, reminiscent of cackling bones. "I am Darken Volk. While I know you do not love my kind, I think it is vital that we put aside our differences. The orcish menace grows in the north, and they will soon return in even greater force. You cannot hope to defend against them without my help. For now, I ask only to refresh myself in your town." Drogan, the captain of the guard, replied, "Nay, ye surely know that the law says the penalty for necromancy be death. But since you've saved our town, I'll let you rest here for up to 3 days. After I'm banishing ye from Parthyn. Should ye return, we'll attack ye on sight." Malin, troubled by his father's death and the strength of the orcish assault, argued to no avail that Darken Volk should be allowed to stay. After a couple days, the necromancer left Parthyn without incident. Saving Parthyn. You really think it was a good idea to send out a raiding party right after the orcs just attacked us? Father isn't even here with us anymore. Nor is Darken Volk. We are truly defenseless. Not like we even need him. No way we're trusting a necromancer. Quit bickering, you two. With most of them orcs dead now, their camps will be lots weaker. Our raiders will clear them out and leave us a quiet summer. So much for quiet, Drogon. Orcs amass north of the river. What? Hearses! Why be there so many of them? Well, you sent out a bunch of our soldiers before we even started to fix the city walls. Quiet, you. Malin, you got to hold the river fort or they'll overrun us. The raiding party should be back in 2 days to help us fight them off. For now, I'll send the remaining guards to help ya. Alright, well, here we are. Scenario 1, Saving Parthyn. Our victory condition is to defend the river fort for 2 nights. Our alternate objective is to kill the orcish leader. Our defeat conditions: orcs reach the outskirts of Parthyn, the death of Malin Keshar, the death of Della Keshar, the death of Drogon. We have the standard gold carryover in effect, giving us an early finish bonus, and that means 40% of gold will be carried over to the next scenario as well. So there's an incentive for us to get this done quickly, and the only way I believe to do that more quickly would be to kill the leader, so we'll have to see if that ends up being feasible or not. Alright, let's kind of survey what we've got here for our setup. I just wanted to check if these windmills were considered villages or not. It looks like they are not. We have, from what I can see here, plenty of allies. We've got some spearmen. Got a swordsman here. Okay, there's Della Keshar and Drogon. So they're in this kind of southern, I guess you'd say the southwestern fort. Now here's us, Malin Keshar, apprentice mage. So he's got a magical blast and a short sword attack. Nothing too fancy. This is considered a magical attack, though, which is nice in that it has a 70% chance to hit regardless of the defense of the target. Interestingly, though, it is considered an impact type attack, which is kind of bizarre. Usually those are like arcane or something like that. Let's just take a look at his apprentice mage setting here, or his class, I should say. So really nothing too fancy about him. Fairly standard. Resistances, he's a little bit resistant to arcane. Again, we'll just have to remember that his ranged attack is impact-based, as opposed to one of the magical elements here, like fire, cold, or arcane. Okay, and then let's see what else we've got here. We've got a couple of loyal guards here. So we've got a spearman, another spearman, and a bowman. Wonder what this is. This looks like a little monolith or something. I wonder if there's maybe something worth trying to get there. I also see it looks like maybe like a chest or a box or something here. We'll have to check that out and see if we can get to it. I also see there's a boat in the water here. Then up north we've got, an orcish warrior. That's a level 2 unit. Very, very powerful in melee combat. And of course is chaotic, so we'll have to be careful at night. Here you can see the enemy villages, and then there's some unoccupied villages up there. Now, one thing we do want to do, we want to probably try to steal our allies' villages to increase our gold income. I think that's going to be a wise choice. There's also a village down here. Now, let's see. We have 13 turns for this particular mission, so let's see what we can do for recruiting. Interesting. Okay, so clearly some of the dabbling in the, I guess you'd say the dark arts, has given Malin the ability to recruit walking corpses. Let's just take a look at these here. So the walking corpse is basically a zombie. Now, here's an interesting thing. Foes who lose their life to the plague will rise again in unlife unless they are standing on a village. So that's the special effect of plague there. So if these units get a kill, they turn the unit into a zombie, which is kind of cool. They have a weakness to arcane, and otherwise they're fairly basic, low health, wouldn't be too hard to get rid of, but there's different variants of them depending on what type of unit is killed by this thing. It advances to a soulless, which is an upgraded version of, I guess, the Walking Corpse. Still has Plague. It looks like that might be the end of the line for them, so I don't know if they can get promoted beyond a Soulless. So I guess, I mean, they're still going to be useful, especially given their ability to turn the things they kill into... Whoops, oh, I missed that. No, Drogon, I raised this corpse with the skills Darken Volk taught me before he left. I have no love for it, but we need to take action, or we'll never be able to repel the orcs. I'm shamed of you, Malin. Even if it ensure our survival, nothing good ever comes of necromancy. The moment you use it, you've already sold your soul to black magic. What? I am hardly evil, Drogon. You say that, but you've been very quiet about why the mages sent you home from Alduin. I'm beginning to think you were already dabbling in this witchcraft even before you met that necromancer. No. No, it was something stupid, something silly. It does not matter now. I'll not stand by and allow the orcs to destroy my home while I have the power to prevent it. So, apologies, I missed that first bit of dialogue, but it sounds like, obviously, Malin summoning the undead has been quite the surprise to Drogon and Della, and I'm assuming Della is maybe his sister. And then, you know, obviously it's outlawed in the land, so clearly this is going to put a bit of a rift between Malin and his fellow villagers, so we'll have to see what comes of that. But in the meantime, let's continue recruiting our walking corpses. Now, one good thing about the corpses is that they are level 0 unit, which means, as you can see, as I'm recruiting here, there's no unit upkeep. So that is one nice thing about them. One thing I might do here, I see there's a chest down here. I'm going to just take a look and see, or something. It's kind of hard to tell what that is, but I want to see if this is something worth getting to here. Let's find out. Ignorance is the parent of fear. Oh, nice. Okay, a little bit of experience there for Malin. That's good. And you know what? We might as well grab this village since we can. All right, so we're going to probably just end the turn there. I don't think there's... Oh, that's right. We have our guards here. I suppose I could send them up to try to grab those villages. That's not the worst idea. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have them kind of go up and try to at least grab a village before we get bogged down in orcs galore. I have to remember, I want to check out this boat as well. I don't know if that's going to be something, but... If I've learned anything playing Wesnoth, usually if there's something kind of weird looking on the map, you want to at least send somebody over to it. So we'll end the turn there. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is going to get nasty. I have a feeling we are going to have a very tough time killing the enemy commander. We may have to just play this one more defensively. Like I said, I am going to send these ones up north here. I do want to try to get a hold of that village if I can. And then I will use walking corpses galore. And this one I might even send over to grab this village. We'll send these ones up here. And they can play defense for us. And again, I think just kind of massing their numbers is going to be of use for us. Okay, this is considered dirt down here. I was just checking if that was also a village or not. I think what we'll do then with Malin is we will head back here. And we will recruit another batch of walking corpses. We don't have enough gold to do more than 2, but that should at least hold us over. And that's going to take care of our turn, so we'll end it there. You know, if nothing else, these guards up here might be able to kind of entice them into fighting us. If we can get to that village, that would be great. Okay, our allies are going to move over, and that's going to be helpful, even if it's just sort of cannon fodder. Having our allies there is going to make a difference. So we'll grab this village for the gold income. With Malin, we can... Again, I do want to head over to this white thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but... So what we might do then is recruit one more. And then head over. We already own this village, and like I said, this one is not considered a village, so what we'll do then is we will go over here. I do want to check out what this is, see if it's worth investigating at all. Now, as for our walking corpses here, I'm thinking if we can kind of get it where we've got the advantageous positions here, that would be good for us. It's kind of like this. And then, of course, we want to take advantage of these if our walking corpses up front get defeated. We can also bring these units down to kind of try to pincer a little bit. We'll grab that village, like I said, and then we might even consider... Yeah, you know what? Let's retreat back now that I'm thinking about it here. I don't want to get overextended. We have this guy up there, and I think he'll just be a bit of a enticement for the orcs to go and attack him. Maybe we'll split their forces a little bit. All right, so I think we're happy there. We're going to end our turn. Okay, so going after my spearman, that's fine. Alright, we'll have to pull the spearman back, because obviously he took a lot of punishment. We might want to bring him back to the village over there. Yeah, I don't see us having an easy time getting to the enemy commander. I just don't think that's going to be easy to do. We'll just keep this corpse going to grab all these villages over here. Alright, with Malin, let's see what this is. I mean, it might not be anything, but... A monolith of pale stone, luminous and bright, but cold and brittle to the touch. Oh, nice. Okay, we got some more experience from that. It does look like we cannot level up Malin, or at least we won't be able to get him to the next, like, to evolve or anything like that. Let's take a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like he progresses into anything else, but it might still be worth getting him the experience, mainly just because I'm assuming that... at the very least, we'll get him a little bit more health if he does level up. And I have a suspicion that, you know, moving forward, we may end up, as the story progresses, I bet he's going to go down the path of becoming a necromancer. Just a hunch, but that would be my guess, kind of based on the way this story's being set up so far. We'll have to see if my prediction is accurate, but... Okay, so we're going to retreat our spearman back. He's going to need to get to a village. Again, these guys are mostly just going to be cannon fodder, but we want to try to get them positioned where it makes kind of the most defensive sense. So I think it's also about to be nighttime. These walking corpses are chaotic, so we're going to benefit from the night just like the orcs do, which is kind of good. And I'm hoping we can make use of their plague ability. So one thing we could do, let's pull the bowmen back. And then, like I said, I want to draw them into where they have to fight us on the lower defense tiles. That would be kind of ideal. So we're going to go like that. Let them come to us. They may kill some of our corpses, and that's fine. I mean, thankfully they are cheap enough. One thing we want to do with Malin, then, is we want to probably grab this village while we're down here. So let's go out there. We can grab the village, and then the next turn we can head back and start recruiting more undead. I think that's going to about do it. So we'll play it defensive. This guy up here, I think we're going to probably try to maybe bring him back. Let's go kind of like that. Oh, shoot, I forgot about range damage. Yeah, of course our undead are not able to well counteract the range damage. Now, here's an opportunity. If we can move up, kill this wolf rider, we'd get another zombie out of it. God, you can see, though, those grunts do a ton of damage. Yeah, and unfortunately, they've kind of blocked us off. We can't get to this wolf rider now. Oh, and this guy killed him, which is not what I wanted. Well, you know what? Maybe... Oh, and there's another kill. Shoot. Again, I want my undead to get the kills, because if they do, then we basically get a free unit out of the deal. So, alright, well, yeah, we're not in the best position here, and it is nighttime, of course, which means, as I said, our units are at an advantage, but... Alright, so Malin can grab this village, maybe. There we go. Again, I just want to augment our gold situation as much as possible. Yeah, I don't really want to do anything too aggressive with this guy, because he'll get surrounded very quickly. Alright, we've got our allies in here to help us, but these level 2 crossbowmen are scary. I mean, these grunts are pretty scary, too. They do a ton of melee damage. One thing I suppose I could do is get my bowman up to at least try and do some bow damage, soften him up a little bit, and then move my corpses in to try to help. This guy's on the high defense, but this guy is on a low defense tile, which is really good. And you know what? I'm inclined to go like this. Maybe like this. And we still missed one of the three, which is too bad. But again, I'm thinking we go for broke on this guy just because he's got... That's fine, and then we double it up here. Again, let's see if we can get the kill. Come on. Yes, and there, that should be a zombie now. Yep, there we go. So we got ourselves a free walking corpse out of it. Well, free, I mean, it did cost us, unfortunately, but at least we managed to... Just looking here, so he's got a really good chance to hit. So he's on a better defense tile, this guy, 40. Yeah, we'll just hold off then. So what I might do is just move my corpse up there. And then I'm going to actually bring the spearman back. I can get him back in behind. So, yeah, this is a tough one. I think we're probably just going to have to, as unfortunate as it is, I think we're going to have to play this one defensively and just let the turns run out. Just kind of sad. I was hoping for maybe go for that early finish bonus, but... Yeah, you know what? Sending my corpses out into the water probably wasn't the smartest move. Now we're going to get overwhelmed here. At least I've got my allies to kind of act as cannon fodder, but... Oh, and Malin... Oh, shoot. Of course, where he is, I can't get him back up to recruit more troops until next turn, which is kind of unfortunate. So what we're going to have to do then is we're just going to have to retreat back and try to hold the line here at the forts, I think. This guy we might as well leave on the village to get some more health back. Meanwhile, our undead over here can keep moving, grabbing more villages to improve our gold situation. Of course, as we do that, we are robbing our allies of gold, but I don't think that's really going to matter. Let's just check. What is our objective again? Orcs reach the outskirts of Parthyn. I'm not sure what would be considered the outskirts. I'm guessing maybe... Well, this is Parthyn here, I'm guessing. So I'm assuming maybe if they get within kind of an arc here that's sort of like this, you know, where the path is, would be my guess. So we just have to make sure they don't do that. All right. We're going to have to be very careful as well, because Malin does not have a lot of health. So he'll be kind of useless in an upfront fight, I think. Yeah, and our allies are just getting massacred. The poor woodsman's just getting murdered. So yeah, we're really going to have to try and... Okay, we got a peasant coming in to help, but not that that's going to be a ton of assistance, but, you know, everything's going to... Every little bit's going to matter. So let's get some more walking corpses going. Alright, we can at least have 3. That's better than nothing. And thankfully it's daytime now, so at least our human units here will be a little bit better off. You know what, we can go in for a pierce here and try and land some hits. Very nice. And then, you know what, we can reload here. Let's see. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to go like this so that we at least have some defense. Then I'll move my bowman in, and we will try for some bow attacks. Hopefully we can get the kill. Nice, there it is. That's good. Okay, this guy's going to grab this village. And I think we're good now. We can try and get this corpse back into the fight. But at the very least, we've got ourselves more villages to augment our finances. We have 10 gold coming in per turn, which isn't terrible. We just have to outlast. That's going to be the hard part. And now one of them can probably get there, which is not good. Oh, and our spearman got annihilated. Yeah, I don't know how the heck you do this and kill the enemy commander. That would be a tall order, I think. All right, now, I wonder... This is where if we can get some kills with our corpses, we can kind of build a bit of a... Oh, here we go. Okay. Now, if we go over here, this bowman... See, I don't want to lose my loyal units, but I think I'm going to have to sacrifice at least one of them, probably, because otherwise we're just going to get steamrolled. We'll go here. Let's do some bow attacks. Let's see if we can land some good hits. Nice. Okay, that softened him up a bit. Now, here's what I'm thinking. With our corpses, you know what? We can even pull this guy back like this, and then we can... Oh, shoot. I was going to say, I thought a corpse could make it to that forest tile, but unfortunately cannot. Let's try a javelin throw. Ugh, no luck. Okay, well, if we hit both, we'll get the kill. Nope. That's a shame. I really wanted to kill this guy with my undead and turn him into a walking corpse for us, but sadly that is not going to be the case. Well, this might get him killed, but at least we'll do some damage maybe. Oh man, brutal, and we missed a lot of our damage. That's no good. All right, well, we'll do that, and we will recruit another one. Actually, let's do another 2. Because we just have to have kind of a mass of bodies, really. It's going to just be sort of trying to overwhelm them with numbers, I think. The problem, too, is we're going to end this scenario with almost no extra gold, which is not what we want. So, end it there. I suspect we're going to lose our loyal unit this turn. Maybe both of them, I don't know. Nice. Okay, that is big. That just helped us out a lot. You know, we could get Malin up there as well. We could try for the kill maybe on this guy with our Magic Blast. You know, I don't hate that idea. I just have to be very, very careful because obviously Malin is a little fragile. But I want to get him some experience if we can. Okay, you know what we'll do? Maybe we'll try for the plague kill, because then that would get us another undead, but I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted. I want to try for it with Malin, actually. Let's see if we can get lucky. Yes, there it is. Well, that's excellent. Okay, well, we've got him plenty of experience now. He's right about to level up. That's always good. I always like in campaigns, and this is something I've learned over the various campaigns I've played, the main character, you usually want to try to level them up as quick as you can, because you never know. There's, you know, often scenarios where having them stronger is going to be very advantageous. So I've kind of gotten myself into the habit of trying to level up my starting main character as much as I can. All right, let's see. We've got a spearman here who's in really bad shape. I think what we'll do is we'll pull him back, put our walking corpse here, and just try and land some hits. Nice, that's big. Oh, that's really good. Now we have a chance, too, where... Can none of our corpses get over there? Oh, this one can. Okay, great. Let's do that. Try and get the kill here. Yes, and then there's another one. Perfect. Okay, maybe, you know, I think that must be the way that you do this scenario, is you have to rely on your corpses to get as many of your kills as possible to try to kind of snowball your advance with additional troops. Nice, and there it is again. Yes, and there's another corpse. Okay. So yeah, it really does kind of add up, I guess. Well, that's not so bad. All right, we will put this spearman here, and then I think we're good. We've got a bit of a shield around Malin to keep him safe. Well, safe-ish, anyway. And I'm not going to attack with these guys because I don't want them getting killed and then letting Malin get attacked. So I think that's going to do it. Oh, and you know what? If we had a couple more turns, we could almost consider pushing towards the enemy commander. Well. Oh, well. You know, we're still completing the scenario. We did get some good things happening. Like, we got some experience with Malin, and we've gotten a bit of experience with some of our units as well. Like, our bowman here got some experience. It'd be nice to try and get one of these walking corpses perhaps promoted if we could. This one's getting kind of close. Let's see. Can we go over here? Ooh. To be a gamble, if we put our guy up here, we'd have to really make sure we get damage onto that grunt. Because what I'm thinking is if we can blast him with the bow and then maybe get a walking corpse in there to kill him. That's a bit of a gamble, though. I think what we'll do then is we'll kind of use this one as a sacrifice here. Let's just attack. Yeah, okay, at least we got a hit. And then we can follow that up, knowing full well that in doing this, this one is probably going to die. Oh, wow, he didn't die. Okay, that's fine. We'll attack again here. Okay, that's fine. And this one is getting closer to leveling up, which is good. Malin. Again, it'd be nice to get... Maybe see if we could actually level him up. I don't know if that would be of any benefit, but... Oh, and you know what? I totally forgot about that boat. Oh, well. I don't know. Again, I have no idea if it actually leads to anything, but... My hunch was at least right on this monolith. looking thing. And this, whatever this is, a chest or something. Okay, well, we'll advance like this. Now, I think what I'm going to do is actually hold off on recruiting more troops. And the reason for that is because I don't want to exhaust our gold, at this point. Now, it'd be nice to get this bowman onto a village for the healing, but I need this spearman to keep healing as well, so I think I will keep him back. Yeah, you know what? I'll play this one a little bit more cautiously here. We'll keep Malin where he is, and we'll just kind of hang out as we are here. I think that's going to be the plan. So, like I said, unfortunately, we will be a couple more corpses down. Unfortunately for this scenario, we will be going with just letting the turns run out, I think. However, you know, we are getting a pretty good amount of gold, so we'll have 2 more turns here to get a bit more gold income, which is good. Let's see if maybe we can level up this soulless here. Let's see if we can land some hits. Nope. This guy is in pretty rough shape. I wonder if we were to... Hang on, let's just see if we can land some hits. Okay, 1. That's not bad. Boy, we're running out of troops, though, really fast. What if we go like this? Okay, nice. He's 1 shot from death. Now, we could use our Malin himself to try to get the kill, or I'm thinking we use this soulless, or excuse me, this walking corpse. We can get him promoted to a soulless and then get another walking corpse, hopefully. So let's try that. Nice. Excellent. Okay, there we go. Now we've got ourselves a soulless, which is good. They're still fairly weak. I mean, they barely have any health, and but they do a lot more damage, and they still have plague. So, you know what? I'm not going to complain about having one. The only caveat there is there's a little bit of upkeep I have to pay for him, I think. So, because he's now level 1, but that's a small price to pay, I would say. This guy is still not. He's a little bit concerning just because he's got still enough health to do some damage. We could use our bowman, but that puts our bowman in a really bad spot. So I think what I might do here is actually do a bit of a switcheroo. We'll pull our bowman back for some healing. We can step this guy up like this and at least do a javelin throw. Nice. And we'll leave this guy where he is. Now for Malin, like I said, I think we'll just play it defensively where he's standing. Should be fine. And that'll be it. Now it's just a matter of running the turns out. Oh, shoot. And there goes our additional corpse. Poor peasant just getting smacked around pretty good. Nice little bit of damage there, though. That's going to help. Every little bit we can do to this guy is going to make a difference. So, nice. There it is. Ooh, nice. And we do 7. That's good. That's enough to get the kill if we land 1 hit. Yes. And there's a new corpse. That's perfect. Right. So now we've just got this Wolf Rider that's kind of left. And again, I think at this point we are pretty much finished. I don't think there's really much else we can do. So I think we will just kind of let this one ride out. I guess we could try and maybe get some experience with one of our units here. Oh, and I was going to say, I thought I lost my bowman for a second there, but that's right. I sent him back to get health. So my spearmen are both here. Neither of them really got much experience, but that's all right. I mean, the bowman at least is, you know, about halfway to leveling up. So, and we did get ourselves a soulless. A bit tempted to go up there. I don't want to put myself in that spot. So I'm going to just end the turn. No sense getting too aggressive here. Okay, so this is the last turn. I am glad I managed to get this village. That at least helped with gold income a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is just try to prioritize getting some experience here, I think. We've already got 1 soulless. We could try for another one with this walking corpse. We could try for the kill with Malin. That would not be the worst idea. Let's see. Again, if some of these die, that doesn't matter. So let's go here. See if we can land at least 1, maybe 2. Not quite. Shoot, okay. No luck there. What about here? We could try for a javelin throw. That's not terrible. And then it's either Malin or this walking corpse that would then get the kill. I think we'll try for it with Malin, maybe. Let's try a javelin throw. Nice, okay. And then Malin can step up and go for the magic blast, maybe. Alternatively, like I said, I could try to evolve this walking corpse. But I think for Malin, we'll go for the kill with magic blast. Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay, so when he levels up here... Oh, wow. So you actually get to pick an upgrade for him, and that has nothing to do with his... Like, it doesn't evolve him into another class. That's kind of a neat system. I haven't seen that before. Okay, well then, let's maybe go for... I don't think we're going to be relying on his melee damage all that much, so let's do ranged. Nice. Okay, and look at that. He got a little bit more health, too. He got 2 extra hit points. And now his magic blast does a little bit more damage. That's wonderful. Okay, well, that's cool. So, you know what? That's good to know, because that means that as we get him more experience, we can gradually build him up, assuming that that's what happens. Okay, well, maybe he stays as this class, and then we just kind of build up his stats that way with level ups. That's a neat system. I haven't encountered that before, so... Let's see. Well, like I said, I think at this point it's all pretty moot. There's not a whole lot we can do. So we will just kind of advance here and then end it. Oh, and you know what? Oh, that was stupid of me. I wasted that that walking corpse because now I don't have that one that has a little bit of experience. That's too bad. Oh well, at least our Soulless is alive. We are back from the raid, Drogon. Seems like we've made it just in time. More humans. We'll need fighters to squash them all. Grunts, retreat! By all rights, Malin, I should have you killed on the spot. I can't believe you let that necromancer corrupt you. I suppose part of this is my fault since I let him into Parthyn, but still, since I showed him mercy, I'll show you the same. I'm banishing you from Parthyn. Fine words, Drogon. Would you rather have let the orcs overrun the town? Aye. Better that than to dabble in dark magic. We would have rebuilt this place like always. Even if I died, least it would have been with dignity. Too bad the mages didn't teach you more sense. I only did it to protect what I care about. Is this really what I deserve for saving your hides? Yes it is. Nobody'll support you on your crazy path to depravity. We should all be glad to see you gone, Necromancer. I detest having fought by your side. Della? Sister? Well... You can't support him on this one, Della. I guess you're right. You've decided your magic is more important than us, Malin. I can't help you. Be gone, Malin. I've no wish to see your face around here ever again. Alright, well, there you have it. We've emerged victorious, but that was kind of rough on the old coin purse here. You can see we've only got 20 bonus gold that will carry over to the next scenario. I suppose in terms of positives, we did get a level up with Malin, and now we've kind of learned that, at least from what it seems like, the way we're going to level up Malin and continue improving him is via these level ups that get him additional stat points, which is kind of a new system. We also managed to get at least one Soulless, which isn't bad. And that's where we'll end it. So without any further, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.